Hi friends, I am Richa Khandelwal Bhatt. Welcome to my podcast, The Creative Yogi. Today I want to talk about the zone. They say multitasking is a great art and you can use all your senses and all your limbs and all your resources and put them to maximum use to optimally utilize your time and be efficient and be extremely productive and whatnot. I totally disagree. I like multitasking and I am very good at multitasking. I think most women specifically are. But I think that multitasking is very confusing and it's extremely tiring. It's very tiring and it makes me very dissatisfied because I have not really done justice to myself or given myself respect to realize that, hey, you know what? I need to enjoy what I'm doing. And when your mind is into so many things, how can you enjoy one thing? Which is what brings me to the point of the zone. The zone or the flow is the space, the physical space and the mental space, where you do only one activity for a longer stretch of time and you are so engrossed in that activity that you really don't realize what's happening around you. The whole world just kind of comes to a standstill. You're totally disconnected. You're only and only doing that one activity that you have taken up for a longer stretch of time, say a couple of hours or 3 hours or even longer. This kind of a practice of getting into that zone to do something with so much concentration and being involved so deeply, it has many advantages. When the only interaction is between you and the instrument of the work that you're doing, which could be anything. It could be painting, making music, or writing, choreography, or even your office work, whatever it is that you do, even working with numbers. What happens is that when you're in that space, you are connected to that knowledge or that art form or that science or whatever it may be at another level, at a different level, and then you get those ideas and those inputs that you can only receive when you're in a divine space, when there's nothing between you and the work and you are completely shown your dedication and your, it's almost like bhakti to that work. You've shown your dedication to that work. Then the real good ideas come, the real good material comes, the real good stuff comes. I've experienced this personally. Many times I write a lot. I write screenplays and sometimes I even sit at cafe coffee day to write. And when I begin writing, I have experienced that because I enjoy it so much, I get into the space where the whole environment just becomes numb for me. Almost like people have got muted or somebody has, reduced the volume of all the people in Cafe Coffee Day. They're all walking slow motion. And I can only see the scene happening in my story in front of my eyes. And I'm inside that scene. And I don't know when the waiter comes and goes, who comes and goes a lot of times because I finished my coffee and I'm not ordering more. So he's trying to ask me to buzz off, but I'm so lost that I'm there. And it sometimes goes on for 4 hours. And then I come to know, oh God, it's been so long. And the whole experience is so calming in Cafe Coffee Day. So imagine if you create a space in your home or in your office or wherever is available to you, where you can be alone with just your work and give it that respect, and you and the work and the tools that are required to do the work are the only things that exist, and the presence of this calm energy that comes when you get into that work with utmost attention and dedication. There is a beautiful shloka in the Bhagavad Gita. Yada samharate chayam kurmonganiva sarvashah indriyani indriyarthebhyah tasya pragnya pratisthita. Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 shloka 58. It says that the wise person withdraws his senses from the sense objects, from the outside world, how the tortoise withdraws all its organs inside its shell. So, in effect, that is also the purpose of yoga or the route to spiritual growth. And getting into the zone definitely helps us achieve that. By working on some project, especially some creative project, every day in our lives for hours altogether without being distracted by the LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram or email or WhatsApp or call or whatever it may be. When we cut that off and we just do the work at hand and give it utmost dedication and sincerity and love, I think it brings tremendous peace. It makes us a better human being over the years because I think it brings a lot of spiritual calmness and growth. It makes us happier, more content, and have more patience. And without we even realizing, this becomes the path to Karma Yoga because you're doing some activity, you're doing some work, and you're doing it in an environment that is very conducive to spiritual growth. It's so divine in the way that your relationship with the work is developing that without you even knowing it, it could be the path to Karma Yoga. They say that it takes about 20 minutes to get deep into any kind of work. And then to stay there and to explore the real stuff out there, the real valuable ideas out there, and inspiration out there, you need to stay there. And that is the zone. You need to stay there. You need to explore. You need to allow yourself that space and that time and let that space take over you. Let that zone turn you into the receiver of ideas from the universe. And then you will be surprised, pleasantly surprised by the kind of experience you have versus a situation in which you're multitasking all day and you're accomplishing this and accomplishing that and getting this done, getting that done, getting over with this and finishing that and taking care of this. Well, you know what? At the end of the day, my experience has been that I found myself to be extremely tired and extremely exhausted and feeling empty after all those things that I have accomplished. And I totally can vouch for the fact that the best place to be working on the things that you love to do is to be in the zone, the flow. With that, I end this podcast, friends. And if you liked what you heard, please do write to me at richa@keshavaproductions.com. I'm also very active on LinkedIn and Facebook. Please do find me there with my name. I hope to see you in the next episode of my podcast, The Creative Yogi. Take care. Bye bye.